A few years ago, we had a thing we call the pandemic. And it was tough. It was tough on a lot of people. I had cousins, aunts, uncles who died, friends, of course, many musicians. And for many of us, it was the worst thing that ever happened in our lives. But it wasn't the worst thing that's ever happened in our country. And I realized something that gave me solace. Is that the right word? It made me feel a little bit more comfortable. For one, I realized that if my parents were alive during the pandemic, it wouldn't have affected them as horribly as it did some of us, because they had been through so much. Most of us during the pandemic, and please understand, I am not criticizing anyone. I'm not trying to poo-poo it and make it less than it was. It was tough on a lot of people. Again, I have many people, friends and relatives, who died. But I thank my parents, and I thanked my parents during the pandemic for something they gave me that I may not have even realized until the pandemic. I'll say it this way, a lot of my musician friends struggled. Not so much money-wise, maybe so, but intellectually, people didn't know who they were. I lost my identity. And I realized that my brothers and I, we didn't. And it was a gift that our parents gave us as kids. Our parents didn't really care so much that we played music or whether we played sports or whatever we chose to do, go into science or whatever, math. Well, no, I was never going into math. But whatever we chose to do wasn't the focus for them. Their focus was knowing who we are. Who are you as a person? And that was number one in mom and dad's mind, for us to know who we are. You have to remember, that's 5 boys were born in the 50s and the 60s. It was a different era, especially for people of color. So our parents knew that if we didn't know who we were, who are you? If we don't know, then other people might tell you. And they weren't going to tell people like me the truth back then. So even as young kids, and I mean when I was in single digits, I knew who I was. I played music and I was a musician, but first, I'm a human being and a good human being who's doing my best. But I'm a good human being who plays music. For those of us that define ourselves by playing music, and we couldn't play music during the pandemic, we lost our identity and we struggled. So I'm urging all of you musicians out there, all of you people, stop defining yourself by what you do. Who are you? Well, I'm a banker. No, you're a human being first, and be good at being a human being. Make life better, make people better, and then what you do is another representation of who you are. So I put goodness through my music because music allows me to be in front of thousands of people. So I can share, hopefully, my goodness with you. Music is what I do. A good person is who I am. Be a good person first, and then put it through what you do. And a pandemic or nothing else will ever bring you down. Be a good person.